What's the formula for making a high quality piece of content? There's a lot of people out here trying to figure that out. Obviously, you're going viral left and right. People feel like they're shadow banned because their content sucks, but that's probably not the case. What's the formula for making a high quality piece of content?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. The best way to make a high quality piece of content, because it is easy to feel like you're being shadow banned, or the Instagrams and YouTubes and all the social platforms hate you and are throttling your reach. That's a small, tiny percent of the time. Because I've got friends, we've got friends. Tim Kennedy, straight up shadow banned. Straight up shadow banned. Like you try and tag him in a story, Instagram goes, "Are you sure you want to tag this guy? He's been known to share misinformation." And then you have to like find a little button that says, "Yes, tag the motherfucker anyway." Right. So we've got like friends like Tim Kennedy who are truly shadow banned. But most of people out there who are creating content like this, they're not shadow banned. They're just not producing quality content. It's not like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok are like, man, you know, we don't like Leighton, but we like Ed. They need as many people to stay on their platforms as possible. Right? So if YouTube, Instagram, TikTok needs as many people to stay on their platforms as possible, they're just saying whatever person wants to create a piece of content that has the potential to go viral, we'll take. Because the more we can keep you on our platforms, the more money we make, right? Remember, they run ads. They want time. By the way, talk about an interesting thing. Instagram, TikTok, all social media platforms. You know what they call their customers?
No.
Users.
Okay, yeah, users, yeah.
What other industry calls their customers users? The drug industry, like drug dealers.
It's gnarly. Yeah. Think about that.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Like they don't, like we call Fit Body Bootcamp owners clients.
Right.
We call Truling supplement buyers customers. Only like drug dealers, fentanyl, cocaine, heroin dealers, and social media platforms calls their customers users.
Right.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
Right.
Because there's an addictive factor.
100%.
And they want to use you and me and Lauren and Ed and everyone to create more of the addiction factor. And so they want you to go viral, but they're not just going to make you go viral if the content is shit. And so understand, I guess this is a long way of me saying most people out there are just creating shit. Horrible content. They're creating content that they think the people want, instead of authentically being themselves. And so, you know, you teed it up by saying, man, you're going viral left and right, you know, so what's the secret? I don't have a secret. I finally decided after years of being prim and proper and, you know, putting out content that I would filter, right? I would filter my thoughts and put out content that was, for lack of a better word, sterile, homogenized. Good content still, but I really put my personality to it. I'm a pretty intense and angry and passionate guy, and I do like to use foul language to exclaim my points and to make my points. But I felt before like, oh, I can't do that. That's not what a good leader, entrepreneur would do. The moment I decided to step into my truth, be authentic, show up the way I do, wear the clothes that I normally wear instead of suit and tie like I used to on the Empire show, right? People can tell authenticity. They can tell truth. The truth is undeniable. They can tell when you're speaking from experience and passion versus you read something and now you're trying to repurpose it and share it. You know what I mean? There's a different, different energy in someone who has walked the walk and talked the talk versus read about it and is trying to teach it on social media. And so the best point I can make is learn to become authentically you. Number one.
Would that include like sharing more stories in? Like that's the best way to
personal
kind of show
stories.
Proof I actually went through this.
Yeah, proof that I actually went through this. And some of those stories are probably going to be embarrassing, right? And maybe you lost money, you lost time, you lost a relationship, you felt stupid. Like I've shared about the police helicopter chase that I was involved in. I shared about getting beat up on the side of the 5 freeway and like waking up in the back of an ambulance and going like, what the fuck happened to me? They're like, well, sir, you were knocked out unconscious. Oh shit, you're right, I was. That's right. Last thing I remember was slamming the brakes in front of that car trying to brake check him. Little did I know there was 3 dudes in the car that were gonna fuck me up. And so like that's not a exciting thing I wanna share about, but I wanna let the world know that you can go from being a shit bag of a human like I was to being a kind of well-established, decent human being who is now a servant to humanity. And so you have to show the kryptonite in order to become the Superman, because Superman wouldn't be Superman without kryptonite. So one, be authentic. Number 2, learn how to orate. Like most people don't know how to talk. Like go take some improv classes, speech classes, Toastmasters, learn how to tell a story. If you can't tell a story, if you can't orate, if you can't transfer feelings and emotions via a microphone and a camera, then people are just gonna be like, swipe, because there's so much content.
There's so much. Yeah.
You pick the topic, man, from fucking supplements to food to diet to training to surfing to skating to jujitsu. There's a million creators out there.
Right.
And Instagram and the platforms, YouTube are like, dude, be interesting. And we will, and when people like and share and engage at this percentage, we will make you go viral.
Right.
So most people just aren't interesting. They aren't authentic. They don't know how to orate, communicate, and tell a story. And they don't have the experience. They don't have the track record, which is obvious. You can tell, you can sense it. We all have this like reptilian ability to sense when someone's full of shit. So we go swipe and move on. And they go, I've been shadow banned. Nah, bitch, you haven't. You're just lousy at what you do.